Move that cord from behind me. Sorry.
What's up, y'all? Wake it up. Let me move my charge up out of here. How y'all doing today, y'all? We live. I'm feeling good. I was here teeing it up, man, and I just figured out that we are now on episode 9. Big claps to that, episode 9. So, guys, when I came home, right, I wanted to tell my story. I wanted to create or get on the platform and tell my story. And I started contacting different agencies, right? And these different agencies, I was contacting them to just, get on platforms to be able to tell my story, let people understand how we can assist those that are incarcerated and what that other world looks like, right? And I just didn't get a lot of responses. One thing as we do as people is that we hover over things. When we get something that's popping or something that's good, we hold on to it and we don't, really put out in the universe. And I'll just say how it is, man. I feel like people were stingy. You know what I'm saying? And it is what it is because one thing that I have learned is that as people, you gotta, when you don't get an invitation to the table, you make your own table, right? And that's what we're doing here, Wake It Up. So again, man, I just want to come out and just tell you guys, first off, thank you. Thank you for coming out. Thank you for supporting me. We're gonna take off, somewhere around, I'll say episode 12 or 13. I'm gonna start shopping these, man, and really expand the platform. And I'm gonna take all of you guys that are here with me. I see I have about 45 subscribers for my YouTube channel. I don't know anything about a YouTube channel. I'm still learning about it, but it just goes to show how you guys should support me, right? At Wake It Up Podcast, you can find me on YouTube. My Facebook is Rado007. And also my Instagram is Rado007. So make sure y'all follow those pages, man. That's definitely how you guys can reach me. In other news, before we get started, I want to tell you guys, man, about our back to school event that we had yesterday. Shout out to the whole MLK. As you guys know, I've been born and raised here in Ward 8, Southeast, Washington, D.C. And, my hood or my street that I grew up on is MLK. Well, I had the pleasure of being able to be a part of a back to school event that we threw for the community, man. And when I just have to say that, I was so happy, man. I was so happy, man. The people came out. We had moon bounces. We had the game truck. We had face painters. I mean, the people really came out. We had ice cream. I really, really want to shout out my boy Curly, a store owner for Melon Mark, man. It's a lot of times in our communities, these stores use us. They take our money. They help in aiding and all the nonsense that goes on in the community, and they really turn a blind eye because as long as you give them that green dollar, they can care less about anything else that you're saying. Curly, man, actually helped out with the event, man, and for me to now be on the right side of the law, to now be somebody that stands on something, it is just extremely important, man, for me to be an advocate for my people, right? And that's who I am. I'm an advocate. I'm an activist. I'm all those things for my people. So what we did was we walked into all the storefronts and just let them know, look, we need ice, we need water, we need chips or whatever that you could donate to this event. It's for the community and we for the community. A lot of them responded, man. And I just want to say thank you to all those store owners there on MLK that responded, man. We need you and we need your support, man. But that was all, y'all. In other news, let's turn it up. Lucy with the first topic. Kanye West, y'all. So, where do I start? Kanye West go through so much, man. We call Kanye a genius. We call him an innovator. We call him so many things. But Kanye just always finds himself in some mess or finds himself in the news. One thing that I will say about Kanye, though, he always come out on top. Y'all remember when they was talking about Kanye was broke and that he was in bankrupt and all this and all this stuff going on? And I'm exaggerating if I say 2 weeks later, but 30 days later, he goes from bankrupting to being one of the richest artists or the richest men in the world, right? So he goes from this guy that's going bankrupt to this guy that's now a billionaire. And in other magazines, they had him as high as being worth $6 billion. So It's always something with Kanye, okay? So it's always that fiasco with Kanye, and this is just one of many more that we're going to see. So Kanye has partnered with Gap, okay? I haven't worn Gap since I was a kid. Needless to say, I will be wearing Gap coming very soon, right? So now that Kanye is now with Gap, he is actually upset because Gap tried to take his clothes and hang them up, and he don't want his clothes hung up. He want them in trash bags so that people can just have access to them in trash bags, right? Now, do I agree or don't I agree? That's not up to me, but it's crazy if you tell me. If you guys seen the news last month, Balenciaga is selling trash bags for $1,500. So and I know all the little chicks gonna have it, especially in my city. So for you guys who don't know, everybody in the city, they like to stay fly. We like to be up on the latest things, things of that nature. So I'm sure you're gonna see a lot of people paying $1,500 for them Balenciaga trash bags, which is crazy. Well, Kanye doing the same thing. When you go in Gap and you get something that's made from Yeezy, it's gonna be in the trash bag. And I hate to say it, but I like Yeezy products, and I haven't worn Gap since a kid. And you might see me in Gap trying some of that latest fashion from Yeezy, man. But shout out to Yeezy, man. I don't hate you, man. If anything, I think you've been an innovator. But it's just one of many stories, y'all. Shout out to Kanye. Where I'm at with things right now, and I'm just celebrating black men, man. You know what I'm saying? Kanye, you made it out of the Get Out movie with Kim Kardashian. Every time you was sleep, they was up there taking a little bit of your blood for their own self. You made it out of there, black man. Stop playing with your life now, man. Go ahead and get them bucks and keep doing what you're doing, man. In other news, next story, y'all. Now, this is crazy, man. And I don't really want to say it's crazy or it's not crazy, but the little chick, man, from FAMU, sit up there and posted nude, man. And to everybody, man, shout out to everybody that's watching me on Instagram Live. Y'all see the link under there, man. Click on the link, to see the show live. But pretty black woman, right? Young lady, about 24 years old, grad student, decided to post nude right in front of FAMU's sign. And she's getting a lot of backlash over it. So her thing is she is exploring her options as a woman to promote being naked, to promote, loving yourself and loving your body. Now, I mean, she thicker than a Snickers. She look good, but I mean, it's not giving what it need to give for that prestigious look, when you represent the college, right? So a lot of people is upset. The school is basically going through it. The whole threat with the lawsuits and everything like that. If you see in the comments, they say this is not appropriate, y'all gonna lose your accreditation and blah, blah, blah. But she's standing on what she did. She's not apologizing for it. In fact, she's saying that others should do it. I thought this was very interesting. So you see that mascot is a snake, right? In which she's posting in front of. Look at her head, man. She got the Medusa head going. And I mean, she letting it all hang out, Something like this happened at another school about a month ago. What was that, Lucy? What was the other school where this happened? The other girl posted nude in front of the class, and they was talking about taking her degree and all this craziness. Well, I mean, when I was going to school, they wasn't really doing this, It was a little different. And of course, we know social media and all those things is a lot different now. But they just wasn't doing this when I was going to school. Because if they was, we would have been chasing her down the street. Shout out to that melanin. We love you, sister, but keep it, man. Hide yourself. And people, she's pretty popular. So she has somewhere in the upwards of 65, 75,000 followers on different platforms, so she's pretty popular. And people follow her. So this has made a big impact, as far as creating a way for her being naked. But obviously she's against body shaming. She got a nice body, so it's not like she's giving Lizzo or nothing. But do what you want to do, girl. You know what I'm saying? Do what you want to do. And shot, I ain't mean no slur. I ain't mean no slight under by that. We love you too, Lizzo. It's a place in this world for the big girls, but we also need to promote people being in shape. But I'm gonna let that be. Hey, y'all remember Diddy making the band? Well, y'all remember his first group that he had when he made everybody walk all the miles across the bridge to get that cheesecake, right? Well, one of his spinoff groups were Danity Kane. You get what I'm saying? Danity Kane was one of his official groups, and with Danity Kane, it was his all women's group, and one of the members of Danity Kane was Aubrey. Okay, y'all remember the white girl? She was all right. I mean, I ain't about to give her and say she was, it was given she pretty this and that, but she was all right. But I mean, it's like this. Everybody get their chance in the spotlight, man. At some point, it might be time to just let it go. You know what I'm saying? At some point, it's just time to let it go. Aubrey continues to want to be, popular and things of that nation. What we got for this, Lucy? We got an overlay or video.
We got a clip.
Okay, we're going to play the clip. But Aubrey then got caught going around, taking pictures from all over the world, taking the people out, photoshopping and putting herself into it, man. Putting herself in the picture, man. Play the clip, Lucy.
I will truly never get over people photoshopping themselves into random vacation photos. So here we have Aubrey O'Day, double platinum recording artist and world traveler, who apparently went on this vacation by just photoshopping herself into pictures. And it's truly like every single picture. I don't even know if she went to Indonesia, like at all. Here she is on the Bali swing. So she either just steals content from other content creators or photoshops herself into random like promotional images with these very inspirational Instagram captions accompanying the photos. In an era where social comparison is so high and has real effects, why are we doing this?
Man, Aubrey, you tripping, man. I mean, let's just keep it 100, Slim. Stop faking for the gram. For all y'all don't know what it means when they say you doing it for the gram, that's doing it for the grizzam. Come on, man. If you ain't in Hawaii, you ain't in Hawaii. Y'all remember when Bow Wow pulled that stunt? Bow Wow was talking about he hopped on a private jet. He could call Bow Wow at Wendy's or McDonald's, man. Stop welling, man. Just be who you are. You still got a couple of dollars. You still white. You still got that white girl privilege, that damsel in distress. Use that to your advantage, man. She's sitting up there acting like she in Thailand. Y'all see the little swing? She in the joke, like the girl who initially was in the swing like this. Aubrey that took herself and now she like, man, stop what you doing, girl. Stop what you doing, girl. Shout out to Danity Kane, man. Aubrey was the only white girl in the group, wasn't she, Luz?
No, she was one of two.
One of two.
One of two.
All right, well, you making your girls look bad, Aubrey. Stop what you doing, man. Miss Aubrey O'Day. I know they're not a group, but people are gonna always know them as Danity Kane. And now now every trip that Danity Kane has went on, you never went on that trip. Y'all was lying. Aubrey done messed all that up. So now we're gonna go through all y'all pictures, and then we see y'all when y'all was in Miami and New Orleans and all them places. You wasn't there. You was photoshopping because now we see who was making y'all look good. Miss Aubrey. Intentionally Photoshop. She didn't even do, but she did a good job though. Until somebody exposed, I would have never known. But stop doing it for the gram, young lady. You shouldn't have done that. Now, in this next story, guys, that we're going to talk about, it's crazy, man, because we always got to talk about something that's tragic, right? So in this next clip, there was a young man. Now it's crazy, right? Because if you guys been on the last couple of weeks, y'all know that I've been talking about all these different instances that's been happening in the restaurants. And you had the guy kill a girl over the cold French fries. You had the other person shot at like a Wendy's or something like that. We have another one. So it was an argument in the Wendys, man. And this guy came from behind a corner, boop, and hit the worker came from behind the counter and hit one of the customers, man. Knocked him cold out, but ain't just knock him out, killed him.
A Wendy's employee accused of punching a customer faces second-degree murder charges after the victim died of his injuries more than a week later, according to police. Prescott Valley Police in Arizona say 35-year-old Antoine Kendrick was working at a local Wendy's when he was approached by a 67-year-old customer with a complaint. Surveillance video shows what happened next.
It's a guttural reaction, and you feel pain for what's happening, and you feel pain watching that video.
Investigators say Kendrick punched the victim, causing him to hit his head on the floor and knocking him out cold. The man was taken to a hospital where he was in critical condition for 10 days before succumbing to his injuries. Kendrick was initially charged with aggravated assault, to which he had not yet entered a plea. He was represented by a public defender, but the office does not comment on cases.
Dang, that's crazy. They're gonna smoke him. I hate to say it, they're gonna smoke him. They initially charged him with aggravated assault. So this is the thing, right? This is my first time seeing the video. So growing up, you know, we always was like, hey, would you get hit in the face by Mike Tyson for $1 million? Y'all remember that, right? Because everybody, you know, Mike was known for hitting hard. I thought this dude was like Mike Tyson. Like, you know, first of all, rest in peace to the guy that passed. But Slim, you don't get no brownie points for that. You done sit up there and hit an old man. Now I'm seeing the story as y'all getting it, y'all. The old man, 67 years old. You done went around there and hit that guy, man. And you really ain't look sweet. Your jaw don't look sharp. Like, I see you hit hard, but now I'm putting this on that the old man already had a existing medical condition, man. Because you ain't look polished. You ain't this, Slim. And see, this is what I keep telling people. People always say that they hit hard, or it's easy to get something off when ain't nobody hitting you back. It's easy to hit a target that's not moving. This old man, 67, he's drinking his Frosty, chilling. You come over there and sucker punch the dude, man. Stop what you're doing, man. That's sucker stuff, man. What is you doing? And I ain't trying to say you ain't like that and all that, because most of the little youngers that's out here putting stuff under the dirt, they can't fight with a lick anyway. Remember how girls used to do this? That's how they fight anyway. But you ain't really this, Slim. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, rest in peace to the victim family. I don't know the extent of why the dude did all of that, but stop what you're doing, Slim. Get your form together, first of all. Sitting up there on TV punching that man. If you done killed the man for no reason. And now I bet you in it, and this is not funny because somebody died, but I bet on everything that this claim to fame was keeping this guy, keeping him protected in prison. The first thing he did when he went in, he known as a dude that hit so hard that he did not, you know what I'm saying, he didn't kill somebody. Yeah, Slim. Yeah, watch. Shorty has registered. Now I'm serious. He killed the nigga. He killed the nigga from what he. Let's stop what you're doing. Rest in peace to the victim, man. We don't condone violence. There's nothing funny when somebody die. We're just trying to make, you know, a light of a situation, man, and just get the facts in a different perspective. All right, that's all we're doing. You know, don't shoot the messenger. I'm getting the story as y'all get it. What you want to do, Luke? You want to keep going, or you want to hit a break? One more. Okay. So, and we're gonna go to break after this, guys. But you guys heard, of course, we all know. You know, I've been telling everybody about this monkeypox, right? First of all, be washing your hands, man. You know, we still potting, we still doing a whole lot of little stuff out here in the city. And it's too much going on. We just got through COVID. Y'all know I was in when COVID was going on. So I was in the cell the whole time. So, you know, I didn't get a chance to kind of go through the woos and ahs with what y'all going through. But now they got this monkeypox BS, man. Y'all seen Slim look cold wild nigga. And I mean, this is what I'm, the freaky Jason looking nigga. You know, I'm going to just keep it how it is. Super freaky Jason. Shorty pulls up looking crazy in the McDonald's joint and get his food from McDonald's. I can't make this up. Looks super crazy, cold creep. And I hate to say this about a black dude, but super freaky Jason, super crazy, sit up there, pulled up and got a drink at McDonald's. And I mean, he got the lesions and sores and everywhere. Yeah, I know y'all seen this on the gram. I know y'all seen it. Play the clip real fast, Lucy.
What's good, y'all? My bad, I'm not in the house. I had to go make a McDonald's run because I ain't got no groceries. You know, I ain't had no food. But I just wanted to make this video to remind y'all to be careful who you with. Because not everybody you with is with you. Not everybody you look out for is going to look out for you. You might show up for the wrong motherfucker at the wrong place at the wrong time and end up with the monkeypox. And then who's going to be there to look out for you? Nobody. So at the end of the day, just choose yourself.
Wow, nigga. Watch who you fucking with. No. We ain't fucking with you. You're talking about some, man, watch who you fucking with. We should, no, watch, exactly. Watch who you fucking with. What is you doing, Holmes? You coming out fully infected, talking about you don't got no food. Now, since I've been gone, there's so many delivery services, man. There's a million different delivery services. So let's stop this whole you couldn't go out and get no food. Man, stop what you're doing. You look crazy. You look crazy. Looking like freaky Jason. But it be them creeps, dudes like that, chomos that you don't even know, in the house, bored, in it doing all the craziest devilish things you can think. And Shorty is pulling up lesions everywhere, talking about watch who you fuck. No, stop. We ain't fucking with you. You tripping. Somebody need to pull your car because you tripping, Holmes. You got lesions everywhere, pus coming out, and you telling us what watch who we need to be. We making sure we ain't fucking with you because you look crazy. I want everybody, man, to wash your hands. Continue to make sure that you put on your hand sanitizer and everything else because it's a real. Now there's a pandemic. At first, we was dealing with COVID. Now it's a pandemic. We got COVID, we got monkeypox, polios. We got stuff that's coming out now. We call it throwbacks. I thought we got healed from all this stuff. My mother, I mean, you know, we had growing up, we had chicken pox. That was it. AIDS came out in the late 80s and things like that, which was a virus. But all this other stuff is stuff that we learned about in school. Now everything is coming back. Guys, as a community, we are dealing with so much, but we have to be dealing with our health first. Man, go in there and wash yourself, man. And don't be shameful, man, because we get it the worst as Black people. When viruses and diseases plague our world, they blame it on Blacks first. They populate into our communities, us, the Black people, and then we are charged the most for medication. We have the hardest time with getting insurance, and we are the hardest, or it takes us the longest to get healed because of what we're going through as a people, right? So I just wanted to, again, man, just let this wild dude know, man, chill out, Slim. You out here looking wild. You done told us to watch out for. No, we need to watch out for you. We need to watch out for you, hoes, because you pull up in McDonald's parking lot with the whole joint exposed. I mean, soon as he roll the window down, this is what I'm talking about. You pull up at McDonald's, right? So let's. I'm gonna play devil's advocate, y'all. So I work at McDonald's. Okay, how you doing? I'm Rado. Can I take your order? How you doing? Okay, what you want? A drink, a soda. You want a big meal? Okay, I get you a Big Mac meal. Okay, come to the window, please. So I'm in here. I'm whipping your drink. I'm doing everything I'm supposed to be doing, right? High C, no ice. You know, Black people, we love our drinks with no ice because McDonald's fill out shit up with ice and they give us this much drink. So y'all know we hate that. But anyway, you pull up. Okay, it's still me. Okay, come to the window, sir. You pull up to the window. I open the window and see you. Let's stop it. I'm throwing everything in. This is how I'm handling your shit, just like this. We're just gonna throw your stuff in. Man, stop, man. Take your behind home and don't make no more videos, man. I'm tired of you, man. We're gonna go into a commercial break, y'all. Y'all know I'm riled up, man. We got a few more topics to talk about. This is Wake It Up, y'all. Wake it up!
DC residents honored one of their own today at the 8th annual Chuck Brown Day. The free celebration is underway until 7 tonight at Chuck Brown Memorial Park in Northeast DC. It honors local music legend and father of go-go music, Chuck Brown. Today's celebration included performances by UCB, Rare Essence, Doug E. Fresh, and the Chuck Brown Band.
We back, y'all. So we got a couple of more topics to talk about, but I want to talk about this, right? So we don't talk enough about human trafficking, okay? Human trafficking is real, okay? Human trafficking is happening in our communities, and they are primarily first taking our women of color, okay? Women of color, my queens, you guys are beautiful. People want y'all, overseas, all over the world. They are trafficking. They try to say that human trafficking is only dealing with young women or young kids. That is true, but it's very untrue to think that they won't snatch an adult up. When you go to these grocery stores, and we actually don't publicize it enough. When you go to these grocery stores, you always see these signs that says missing person. And at first, when you look at it, it's like, missing person 3 years old. Let's look into that. Oh, missing person 10 years old. Let's look into that because that person is a minor. But when you say missing person with anybody that's 18 and over, the world turns a blind cheek because it's like, how can they be missing if they're adult? There are real systems set in place with sex trafficking, right? In which they take our women from here and send them all over the world, okay? This story that I'm going to get into, and I know you guys might have seen this going around, but it was about a young black woman, beautiful black woman that was married. Her and her husband went to a store, just a regular store to get some food. When she came back to her car, she noticed that there was a nasty napkin lodged inside of the door handle. So before she can open it, and she was like, she's a real clean person, right? But her and her husband was at the bar. And then when they was getting food, they had a couple of drinks. So she was like, she was a little tipsy. She feeling good and things of that nature. She touched the napkin with her hand, but she didn't even really touch it like that. She touched it with her nail. So, if you see something nasty, you ain't gonna just grab it with bare hand. We ain't doing that. We ain't going raw hand. If you see something nasty, you ain't just, no, we're not doing that, okay? You're gonna do like this. When you pick something up and you be like, ew, and you do like that, that's what she did with the napkin, right? However, when she got into the car, she thought she was tripping. They was going to their next destination. She think that she tripping. The whole time she started getting dizzy. She started feeling crazy. And she was, she was going through it. So she said she thought for a minute, let me holler at my husband and see what he think, about the situation. And it was almost too late for her. She was already falling out and almost unconscious. And when she got to the hospital, they said that she had ingested poison into her body. Somebody was planning to poison her, follow her, and take her, man. It's real. This clip right here is a little longer, guys. I usually try to keep you guys' attention, but I want you guys to see this whole story. This clip is about 2.5 minutes, but I want you guys to really listen to this story because it can happen to you. Okay, so I always tell a person that women the women in our society are either our moms, our sisters, our aunts, our grandmothers. They are something to us, okay? Don't turn a blind cheek to what's happening in our communities. Our women are being taken, okay? It's not being publicized enough, okay? Let's spin a clip and let people take a look at it. You ready, Luz?
You gave me a different clip.
It don't matter what clip.
Okay.
It don't matter what clip you show. But let's let them see it. Yeah,
she'd make it.
I felt like I couldn't breathe. My chest started hurting. I just was getting hot flashes. My heart was racing, just a whole bunch of stuff. I told him, I don't feel okay. I think I need to go to the hospital.
She says it all began after leaving a birthday brunch at the Willowbrook Prospect Park Eat Drink Lounge and noticed a napkin like this one stuffed in her door handle.
I took it out with my nails and just threw it and got in the car. And then I asked him about it. And he said, no, he didn't put a napkin in there.
Despite going back to wash her hands, Mims and Marshall believe whatever was on that tissue transferred onto her door handle and into her body.
My fingertips started tingling. In my mind, I'm thinking, I'm just overreacted.
Moments later, instead of heading to the spa, Mims was spending her special day fearing for her life in a hospital bed.
It's crazy. It just makes me think that we're not safe. There's some crazy people going out in the world just doing things.
After running tests and flushing out her system, Mims says a doctor told her she suffered acute poisoning, but because there wasn't much of it in her system, they couldn't identify the substance. After posting her experience on social media, she learned she may not have been the only one targeted.
Someone reached out to me and they let me know that it wasn't just my car. They saw it on multiple cars.
Tonight, the couple says they've gained a new sense of awareness.
And it just make me watch my surroundings. I can read lips now, like from far away, like whatever it is, like I'm paying attention.
What if my husband wasn't there to bring me to the hospital immediately? Like, what would have happened?
Prospect Park staff.
Yeah. So it's real, and it's a whole story, right? So, a friend of mine sent it to me in my inbox a couple of days ago, and it was touching because at first it was like, hold on, this is weird, but I watched it 2 or 3 times to really see the significance and what can happen. And the first thing I thought about was Lucy. You know what I'm saying? Because this is realer than what we think. Before I just cut this clip off, the last thing the young woman said was, "What if my husband wasn't there?" Me being away for 5 years, there was a lot of times in which I had to reenact situations and when I was telling Lucy what to do if something would happen. We put together plans because I couldn't provide that protection while being locked up. I need you guys to really understand this. You really don't know what's going on. When you women are going out in these communities, watch your surroundings because it's crazy out there, man. I love y'all. I want the best for y'all. And, I just don't want you guys to fall into that trap, man. Okay. But on to the next, y'all. On to the next topic. So, big shout out to Dennis Rodman. Y'all know my boy Dennis Rodman. One of the most straight, gay, crazy looking Negroes ever. So it's called metrosexual. He's not gay. It's called metrosexual. Okay. So I put him in the same, the same genre as Prince. Just super freaks, like just super horny, super freaks. That's what I call them, right? So Dennis Rodman is one of the best centers ever to play basketball. He played for Chicago Bulls. He won championships with Jordan and without Jordan. And he's one of those, we call him the garbage man, But his claim to fame was partying. All Dennis Rodman did his entire career was party, have sex with girls, and do drugs. That's it. It was said so many times this guy would leave the game just to go party and get drugged up. He would do 2-week binges and just getting twisted, right? Well, in the midst of that, Dennis Rodman has really built relationships, and don't ask me how, but he's built relationships with so many of the most powerful world leaders in the world. One of his best friends being Kim Jong-un, okay, of North America, right? North Korea, okay, North Korea. I said North America, obviously, but North Korea. And all the relationships in which he chooses is the U.S. is always against it because he's always ganged up with powerful leaders from around the world. And of course, in order to keep the U.S. as a superpower, they don't want us to, have relationships with any of their allies. But who are allies to the U.S.? Everybody. There are no friends with the U.S. We hate everybody, right? But so Dennis Rodman now, okay, let's get back to the story. Dennis Rodman now has said that in the next coming days that he wants to go over to Russia to negotiate a deal to get Brittney Griner out of prison. So as you guys know a little bit, Brittney Griner is a WNBA superstar. Okay, she went over to Russia to play summer league there because they don't pay NBA women or WNBA, they don't get paid enough. So what the women usually do is that in the off season, they go to neighboring countries or different countries, to continue to play so that they can make money. When she went, she had her pen, her smoking pen, and it was in her bag. And she was pulled over in customs and she was charged with possession and distribution of marijuana or trafficking, right? So she got a trafficking charge, and it's laughable. I'm trying to explain it to you guys who don't understand what's going on here. So she has been charged with trafficking marijuana, right? And it wasn't actual marijuana because you guys know in the little smoke pans, it's oil. So she had the cannabis oil, and that's what she kind of smoked. So I mean, you couldn't get any closer to personal use if you wanted to, right? But for some reason, this trafficking thing, I don't get it. The world doesn't get it. We know she's being bamboozled. But of course, the good man, Dennis Rodman, has a direct relationship with Putin, which is their president, which is their everything, their leader of Russia. So it's crazy how the world works, guys. They teach us how to do things by the book. They teach us how to be successful with this guide that the U.S. has put together, right? But the real cheat code in the world is networking. The real cheat code is relationships. So let me tell you how this is going to look. The world has been trying to get Brittney Griner out, right? And there's been a lot of politics in place because they know she's being bamboozled, but the U.S. can't really show their cards because we got so much nonsense and so much dirt that the world knows about us that we don't want to force our hand. So this is how it's going to look. Dennis Rodman is going to go over there. He's going to call Putin, who's very rich and wealthy. They're going to get about 15 girls of all different ethnicities. They're going to get a lot of cocaine, a lot of drinks, and they're going to get tore up. They're going to have big orgies. They're going to have a good time. And him and Putin going to sit down by the pool over a cigar while they just marveling over the city, the women, and everything else. And the conversation is going to be very simple. What do you want? What can we do to get this girl home? It's going to be a very simple situation, very simple conversation. And he might pull it off. Like this guy, he might go over there and pull it off, man. And obviously he feels her pain. I gave you the introduction of who Dennis Rodman is. Dennis Rodman is a ex-NBA player, right? So he's a baller. So he knows what she's going through. And I really, really hope that he pulls this off because she doesn't deserve this. It's crazy. It's nonsense. Is I can't even explain it. It's hard for me to even get the words out for you guys because bamboozled is the only thing I can think of. She's been railroad, right? And it's hard to really try to take accountability for something when you get so much time, when you are mislabeled, mischarged, and over prosecuted, right? So it's hard to even think about her looking to take any accountability, right? Especially for something that's very legal here in the U.S., right? It's something that's very minor. But we're praying for you, Brittney Griner. We love you. We support you. My hearts and prayers go out to your wife, your family, and everybody else that's grieving with this terrible situation. So my girl, right? Everybody know I'm in love with this light-skinned girl named Lucy Liu, right? This has been my baby for a long time. Love this girl. So she does her own show, right? She don't like me to call it a podcast because her show is Converge, right? It's called Converge.
No.
And it's called Clapback. Okay. But the umbrella, the company is Converge, and her personal show is Clapback. And I was about to say, here's my clapback, because her show, she always has her most interesting topics at the end. And it's not always one clapback. It could be the last two stories that she had, but that's like her, okay, I'm gonna nail it to you. So here's my clapback. All right. Here's my clapback. Last story of the night, y'all. We're gonna talk about he get in the water and now you don't want to leave and now what that sound like? A freaking pastor. These pastors have been losing their mind. Last week, you guys heard me talk about the pastor that scrutinized Beyonce. You guys been hearing me talk about pastors all the time, right? But this pastor is the funniest, man. I'm gonna play the whole clip. I hope Lucy got the whole clip for y'all. So this pastor goes off on his entire congregation. And this is the thing, man. Shame on you black people because, and I am saying you black people as if I'm not a part of the congregation because I'm not. I'm not in a place where I can go with that BS anymore. I'm just not. I'm in a place in my life where I own up to the things that I am. I am who I am. When I get in rooms, I'm not just saying yes. I'm not just agreeing with you. I don't agree with people. That's what always made me more of a black sheep in my family. You can't just say anything to me. So he is telling his congregation verbatim to their face that you guys are cheap. You guys are not grateful. You guys don't buy me watches. You guys are nothing. You guys don't want to do anything for me. He's telling them this. And you know what his congregation saying? Hey, yes, sir. Hey, yes, sir. Yeah, but shut your ass up. Shut up. Shut up. Stop what you're doing, man. You know damn well this man in here talking crazy to y'all, and y'all sit up there talking about something. Oh, yes, but shut up. Shut up. Shut your crazy ass up, man. Man, play the clip, Lucy. We're going to play this whole joke.
See, that's how I know you still poor, broke, busted, and disgusted, because of how you've been honoring me. I'm not worth your McDonald's money. Come on. Come on. I'm not worth your Red Lobster money. I ain't worth your St. John Nick. Y'all can't afford it no how. I ain't worth y'all Louis Vuitton. I ain't worth your Prada. I'm not worth your Gucci. You can buy a Movado watch in Sam's.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
And y'all know I asked for one last year. Here it is the whole way in August. I still ain't got it. Y'all ain't saying nothing. Let me kick down the door and talk to my cheap sons and daughters. I don't want to hear no more excuses about what y'all can't afford. You can't afford it because you don't see the value here. When y'all hear from y'all pastor and father, I'm over y'all.
Not the black man stood
I'm over
up.
your cheap expressions.
That's called Jesus pimping. He delivered his sermon in the spirit of a Chicago pimp. All he cares about is the money that he can get from the congregants who are looking to him for leadership.
Bruh,
Pastor, what you did was disgusting.
Hey, I'm not worth your McDonald's money. I'm not worth your Red Lobster. Shut up! Did y'all see that? Listen, man, this is what a house nigga is called. So for you guys who don't know a little about your history, the way that they separated us was that the light-skinned black people went closer to the house and the darker people went out closer to the field, right? That's how they separated us. That's how colorism started, okay? That's just a little history for you guys. But what they used to call a house nigga was the person that lived in the house, because we categorize those people as living better. They live better than us. We all were slaves. We were just dumbfounded and just divided, right? But that's what a house nigga looks like. The one that's always running up behind massa and things of that nature. This guy sit up there talking about, I asked for Movado watch and y'all was too cheap and you stood your black behind. Shut up! Shut it up! Sit your ass down, man. Sit up there embarrassing us like that, man. This was crazy, y'all. I couldn't have said any better. I have never heard the word Jesus pimping, but that's what Jesus pimping is. This dude came out and personally told his entire congregation that you guys are cheap. I'm tired of y'all, and y'all ain't buy me a Movado watch. The man said Movado watch is cheap, and y'all ain't bought me that. Man, stop what you doing, man. Let's use the funds for what they're used for. Tithe and offering is to better the church, okay? Should a pastor be paid? Yes. Should the choir be paid? Yes. Should there be salaries? Yes. But a salary is salary, man. That extra is you can't make your own salary, preaching God's word. Okay? You get paid $30,000 a year. You get paid $40,000, you get paid $50,000. Do we all want to get paid $500,000 a year? Yes. Yes, please. But you can't just do that. What are you doing? Leadership, guys. Leadership is the most important, okay? Hold on before we off. Lucy says she got the apology. Run the apology. Please run the apology.
Because of the stresses they face.
Yeah, because see, this is what I be tired of. And don't play it yet, Lucy. I'm tired of people doing stuff and not standing on it. You are too old and too polished to understand how to lead a congregation. Don't say things and come back and apologize for it. Just say that, look, I can't say those kind of things that got out in this message. You ain't sorry, nigga. Stop what you're doing. You ain't sorry. Play the clip. That's an apology.
Pastor Carlton Funderburk.
Oh, not innocent.
Of the church at the Well in Kansas City.
Look at it.
In reaction to the negative press, has now issued an apology video. All right, so he apologized. I'm not going to play his apology video. You can look it up when you get a chance. I'm so sick and damn tired of these individuals manipulating.
Man, say that. You should have cut it off, Luce. I wanted to hear all that because he's giving the real tea, man. I like that for you, Holmes. I like that for you, Holmes. Yeah, I mean, what are you apologizing for? And this what gets me too, right? When these guys apologize, oh my God, they look so much different. He was a villain, and when he apologized, he's like this. I am so sorry. First of all, this I know this is how they stop. First of all, giving all the things, power and glory to God. Just want you guys to understand who I am as a pastor. I've been leading my sheep, my flock forever. That is not me. And as you all know in the Baptist church, y'all, was something happened. What they say, it was the Spirit. That Spirit hopped on me. No, that spirit of greed ain't hopped on you. It's been in you. It's been in you, brother. It just came out, and you couldn't handle it, man. Look, y'all know where to find me, man. Every Sunday, guys, at 8 o'clock. We're going to turn it up. We're going to wake it up every Sunday at 8 o'clock, man. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all, man. Couldn't do this without y'all. I had a lot of fun tonight. Next week, we're going to get back to having guests. I'll let you guys know during the week who's coming on, man. But just know, man, you here with Rado. And that's it. Wake it up. I love y'all.